Hey everybody, this is Darcy Glam, and I am recording a show for the continuation of the New Year's Eve Streamathon. I said that I would show how to decorate these boxes once we put the glossy, glittery stuff on. And here's one that we did that night that we're waiting for it to dry, and it's very dark and shiny. And so I'm going to decorate, and what you'll see is that looks very dramatic. But once you get the decorations on, you'll see that it just provides a nice, pretty background. So I'm going to go ahead, and these are the two that the people won that night in my stream. And I also wanted to show this. This one was the little Harbor Freight box that I had gotten, and this one I did with the floor wax, the Pledge with Future Shine. And you can see it's a little more translucent, and I put glossy, let's see, I put the alcohol ink on the inside to make it look a little bit more metal-y looking, I guess. And then I put the floor wax with the glitter and the alcohol ink on the top. And this took about 4 coats. And what I found with the floor wax, I love the effect though. You can kind of see through it, but the alcohol ink on the inside created kind of it looked a little bit dirty on the edges. So I painted it with some acrylic paint in brown, just edged it. And then I covered it with a coat of the floor wax as well. And I put some stickers and bling, and this is just mine. I was just experimenting, and I wanted to see how the floor wax would work, so it works great. I'm very happy with that. I would do that again. And that's, let's see if I can get this, I have it right here so I can show you. That's this stuff. And the only thing you have to be aware of when you use this is that it's very thin and splashy. That's the best way to put it. It's very splashy. It kind of gets everywhere and it runs everywhere. So be a little bit careful of that. Don't use a lot at a time. Be patient. Use several coats, and I think you'll be really happy with the result. It's a beautiful finish. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and decorate. This one was a prize, and it has a mini album in it, which I'm not going to show because I want it to be a surprise for the person who got it. But that's what it looks like all trimmed out. So I'm just going to start decorating it, and I apologize for the glares. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot I can do about that. I don't know, let me see if I can or not. It might be a little dark, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just live with the little bit of glare. See what else. How do you like all this? All this wonderful lighting. I don't know. I'm going back to the glare, guys. I'm embracing the glare. Okay, so the other one that we're going to do is the steampunk one with the gears, and this is as far as I got on this. So I'm going to spray this down and finish decorating it and put the trim on it as well, and then you'll get to see the full effect. So we'll just do this one first. And the way that I decorate is I'm in a really small space here so that the camera can be focused on this part of the table, but hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. But I use glossy accents because it will adhere to, I wish I could kind of do it at an angle so you could sort of see it that way. Yeah. And I've assembled some things here, some flowers, some lace, some paper. Just going to go ahead and stick them down. And the glossy accents will sink right into the background and hold everything in place. So I'm going to get my basic background done. You hear that paper? That's my freezer paper on the table. Kind of annoying. I just have that there to sort of focus. I don't know. I think we'll go back. We may have to get some more light going here. Okay, that's not too bad. And I've glued a couple of the Prima wood embellishments onto this little sign that says beautiful. And so we're going to stick that down. And I put some crackle accents on the word beautiful. And we're just going to build up some layers. I'm going to hold that down for a second. And so as we go, you know, some things may show, some may not, and that's okay. It all creates interest and dimension. So let me put some, I'm going to have to find something heavy to put on that. Hold it down. Hold it down with something, then we can keep going. Get the lace on. And this will sink right into the background so you won't see the glue. Just going to keep going with my layers. You can always trim this up, so if you feel like you've got, like over here, you know, some little edges sticking out and things, so you can just trim those later. Oop, I'm gonna use that. Then I've got this trinket. I love all this. This is all Prima, by the way. Just love it. So pretty. It's called Romance Novel. Designed by Marion Smith, and it's so pretty. So I'm just going to stick that down, and I'm going to leave this charm loose so that it flops around a little bit. It'll be fun to do that. And I actually put some glue on that bow too. Put a little bow on it to stick it down. Awesome. Looks good. So now, let's see, I've got some flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I'm just going to start placing them. However we want. And again with the glossy accents, and I'm just going around here and there. I also sprayed a couple of these, not all of them, so I'll show you the sprays I used. They were Lindy's. Hold it down enough now. Yeah. So I'm just kind of, you know, trying to figure out where to put these. I'm going to do another peach. I could move these around all day. That's the most annoying thing. I really could. Okay, so I can finish gluing these down. I like that little rosebud. So these were peach. I kept these peach. But I sprayed the white one, this lily right here, very, very pale pink with the saltwater taffy in these. Pretty color. And then I sprayed a couple of these other ones, this little wild rose with this one, which is Ramblin' Rose Pink. So those are the two colors I used. And then the other ones are natural colors. This one was the natural color, has a little bit of edge white with pink. And I wanted to keep some of the white just as light, you know, adding some light and dark interest there. You know, and you can always, like, if I go back and I look at this later and I think that's too white, I'll just spray it with something. Don't worry about it too much. So I think that's it for this one. Ta-da! So that's going out tomorrow in the mail, if you can see it. I'd already put the trim around it, and the trim I did with glossy accents as well. And I like how it kind of mimics the shape. And I may add a couple little buttons or something to it later, but we'll let all this dry. But for the most part, that's what it's going to look like. So, the next one, I've already glued everything down, and the reason I glued everything down is because I needed to wait for the gel medium to dry. Because I used gel medium and heavy gel, and now we're going to spray it. So I'm going to use, and honestly you guys, I don't even know if this is going to spray. I'm just going to try it. We'll see. If not, I got sprayers behind me. So I'm going to try these colors. I've got Ethereal Emerald, I've got Buccaneer Bay Blue, here's the Ethereal Emerald, these are moon shadows, and I'm going to use some Dilutions Cut Grass. And what we're going to do is we're going to go with the light one. I also have a couple baby wipes handy in case I suddenly don't like it. So, this spray. Do like it. Do like it. So we'll let that dry. And that will stick. Looks like we've got more glare here, but I'll try some of the ladies. A couple blasts of dark. Again, try to keep it away from. I put medium on the lady so that it's not. And you can really let this stuff cool too, because it will stick and it will dry. So the only issue that you're going to have is you got to do your light colors first. If you don't do your light colors first, the dark will tend to drown it all out. So you got to kind of stick with that first. Okay. So as you can see, it's all kind of coming down a bit, going down. And I mean, you can just spray it as much as you want. So we'll just let that dry. That's cool. And we just let it dry. That's all we have to do. And you can kind of see, I think you can see how it's sort of blending all the colors together. Try to show you, it's a little bit runny. No, like I said, a medium on the lady, so we can wipe that right off her face. And there she is. So we'll just keep going. We'll add some, let the spray dry, and then we'll add some more paint to the top. And that's going to be that for now. I may have to come on after. I'm not going to do the heat gun, so I may come on afterwards and we'll finish it up. Thank you. See you in a bit.